that, and now we do it like this.
It's the war. War never changes.
What's up, YouTube? It's Whiz, and
Shellz.
right now we're doing a couple commentary. We were just talking about recently what is our favorite game this generation, and it's Fallout 4. So we thought, why not bring a list? Lists are pretty much licenses to print money. So we got our top 5 worst things about Fallout 4, you know, things they want to improve on for the next game, and then our top 10, maybe 11 best things about Fallout 4. All right, first we're starting off with the bad, going into number 1, which is as a longtime Fallout fan, especially a person who loved Fallout 3, I'm kind of mad with the limited responses. The 4 responses, I totally understand why. There's hundreds of lines of actual audible dialogue, but I want a more customizable dialogue. Like, remember in Fallout 3, if you were high in electronic skill, you can speak a special kind of response to atomic bombs. I wanted something more like that. I can feel more of a role player in my experience in my game. So let's go on to number 2 real quick.
One of my biggest frustrations is definitely the construction and building in the game. So when you get into Sanctuary Hills or in any of the settlements, it's really difficult to try to build like houses. Even to add on to like the warehouses and the presets that they already have made, everything is just a little wonky, and I hate that there's no grid.
I totally agree. There's a lot of jank. We know it's a Fallout game, but can the system work a little bit better? Okay, now, that's number 2. Now we're on to number 3, which has to be the graphics and animations. Now, I understand the game does a lot more than other open world games. Matter of fact, it does more than pretty much any other open world game that's in existence. But the game looks a little hard on the eyes.
A little old, I would say. Yeah. Especially like looking at all the other games that we've seen come out on this generation.
Especially with The Witcher coming out before this game. Now, I know Fallout 4 accomplishes more than The Witcher in terms of interactive design and the way the levels connect with each other, but it's still no excuse for the game looking as bad as it does. And on to number 4.
Number 4, for me, the companions seem to always get in my way, specifically when I'm like clearing buildings or trying to go through little ledges that they have built.
That is such a gripe. That's such an annoyance. It's like, hey, can I just get in that damn building?
I can walk through everybody else. Why can't I walk through my companions?
Facts. All right, moving on to number 5. Has to be the Bethesda seal of approval, the glitches. We all know it's an open world game. There's bound to be a couple things that mess up, but it's enough jank in this game, and they got to just work on polishing in the future. Not a major complaint, but there's too many glitches for my liking. Now we're on to our top 10 best things about the best game this generation.
So number 1 is definitely the awesome companions. I love how detailed all of the stories are. Most of them are just funny to have around. I like the banter that goes throughout. I like the conversation styles and how when you talk to different people, it's modified to whoever's standing next to you. I really love this. Plus, like, it doubles my weight that I can carry too, which I'm always gaining more.
She loves getting the stuff. She loves having extra weight.
Yep, I pick everything up. That's me.
Smart. All right, going on to number 2, which is a quasi number 2. It's definitely my favorite companion. I love Nick Valentine, and he has so much depth, so much backstory, so much character, and it really makes me love Fallout 4 so much more. The best, I'm going to the last generation, the 360 generation and the PS3 generation. I think the best 2 RPG series were Bethesda and what BioWare did. BioWare had the great characters, Bethesda had the great worlds. I feel like they achieved a Mass Effect level character with Nick Valentine.
Absolutely. I would totally equate it to that.
That's one of the best accomplishments in the game to me. I know it's tied under number 1, but Nick is so awesome, he gets his own. Now, on to number 3.
So number 3 is the extent of the map. I love how massive that thing is. I love how it feels clearing it. I love how it feels when things pop up. I love when you're walking around and on your little dial at the bottom it tells you like buildings that are coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I love this map so much. It's one of my all-time favorite designs.
It's great exploration. And that ties into my number 4, which as a lifelong RPG player, I love XP. I love leveling up. And this game gives you XP for discovering new places.
Yep.
And not only that, maybe a spoiler if you haven't played, but the game came out 2 years ago. If you get Piper to a certain level of respecting you, you get twice as much XP for discovering places.
Holy cow.
Oh, thank God. Number 5 will be...
Speaking of XP, clearing buildings.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I love it when you pull up to something on the map and you get to go in and clear the whole building and all the stuff that you find inside, all the people that you get to kill, all those headshots. And it's just fun being able to explore the depth of how detailed some of those buildings are.
Yeah, that's some great interior level design. Awesome. Moving on to number 6. I love the third-person gameplay.
Yep.
I feel like playing in first person is the way you're supposed to play Fallout or Elder Scrolls or any Bethesda game, but they gave the third person option, and on my second playthrough I tried it out and I loved it. Like, it was so cool, like living as my character, seeing the way they looked, and she is ferocious. I played through as a girl my second time. Her name was Furiosa, and damn it, she was furious.
Now on to number 7. Getting to know all 4 of the factions and choosing the best one that you relate to or you want to play through. I love how detailed and how far into the stories you get with all 4 of them. I think it's heartwarming and it tugs at the heartstrings when you finally have to choose. Unless you choose Brotherhood, then you don't have no heart.
What about the Institute?
Oh yeah, I guess the Institute too. Dang. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough decision, and all of them have their merits. So I totally agree with that. Moving on to number 8. I gotta say this is the best, maybe the best looter of all time. Mm-hmm. There's not a game that makes random junk so valuable. On my second playthrough, I remember how much I needed ceramics the first time. I picked up 4.5 billion ashtrays just so I could have the perfect suit. The loot system is incredible, especially
it never gets old.
Especially, it doesn't have like crazy different tiers of weapons.
Nope.
But they do an awesome job of making you care about everything in the world.
Yep.
Moving on to number 9.
Definitely building the weapons and armor. Being able to customize all your weapons to such level of detail. After grinding and looting everything that you can find, I feel it feels like such an accomplishment.
It's such a good payoff.
Yeah, especially when you don't cheat and you play on hard and you can't kill anybody and you're always dying, and then finally you start to kill people.
You turn into a guy.
Yes.
Totally awesome. And then moving on to number 10, I gotta say it has such solid first-person shooter mechanics. Now, it's not on the level of Destiny or Halo or Call of Duty in terms of smoothness and great action and gameplay, but it's just as good as Metro Last Light. Like, you can literally play the game without our number 11. We're going to join the Terry on this one. That is the bomb.
Kills it.
Slow motion headshots.
Watching them explode.
Oh, slow motion little groans. Oh.
Slow.
I hope they never take VATS away. And it also really brings out the RPG in the first person shooter. It's totally awesome. So anyway, we love the game. If you haven't played it, you'll love the game. And
why haven't you played it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
And check you on the next one. Join the nation. Peace.
War. War never changes.
No, 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 no.